Hey, welcome back, folks. So today I want to talk about the review, kind of not a full review, but I'm going to talk a little more about the M723 by Angry Gun, and kind of compare and contrast this one with a little bit of the Marui, since a lot of folks are kind of wondering about the two. Initially, I did watch a review of this several months ago, and I was kind of disappointed when these guys, I think they were in the UK, I think they were reviewing this product, and at the time I kind of misinterpreted what they were saying, and basically I thought like, oh, this is garbage, the Angry Gun makes garbage products, that this doesn't even fit, and it's not going to work. And what he was really saying is that if you buy it and you try to, change it, then it's, and fit it with something it wasn't designed for, then it doesn't work well and it could break it. And not only that, he's still saying it does fit, but it does risk causing damage, basically. And so I completely missed that point. But anyway, I saw this being released a couple months ago, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try it. This is one of my favorite models here, the M723. I know I'm holding up the M4 right now, but the M723 is one of my favorite retro models. Probably not as I'm not as interested in it as the say M733, the 11.5-inch barrel one, but it's pretty up there. And I was actually amazed by how nice the engravings are. And I don't think anyone's debating how nice the CNC I think it was using for these models here. Awesome quality. I think the biggest issues here is people are wondering, does this stuff really made to spec, and is it going to work? And I remember this actually came out as a complete package, as the whole thing from top to bottom, and it looked amazing. So I ended up, he was like, you know what, I'm going to take the risk, I'm going to buy it and see how it looks. And believe it or not, it actually turned out to be pretty good. And I haven't had this for very long, so I don't know how good this Airsoft model is, but time will tell if you look at it. But it looks awesome. And then so I wonder, like, wait a minute, I wonder if these are actually identical, because they looked very much the same. And so I remember one day I was kind of taking it apart just to compare and contrast these two right here, as in this video right here. And it's funny because I actually accidentally got these two mixed up, because they look so similar to each other, actually. There is a color gradient different on the two receivers. But you wouldn't notice that unless you really were like looking kind of carefully under the right lighting conditions too. And so I was taking it apart, and then I accidentally assembled it incorrectly, and and I noticed, like, wait, this is at one point I was like, wait a minute, why does this receiver have a mismatch with the upper here? This looks weird, And it turns out I accidentally, when I was cleaning these, I accidentally assembled it incorrectly, and as it turns out, they're actually they actually worked out pretty well, and they actually fit perfectly. So I remember, I think that's something that I want to share, just to see how it looks like. But I also want to compare videos. Just, hey, look, this is what they look like together side by side. This is what the internals look like. I don't have enough knowledge to actually actually take this apart or anything like that, because the mech box and all that stuff, that's beyond me. I only know how to open it, to clean it at a very basic level, but they fit nicely. I guess the question is, when I review and rewatch that one video initially about these guys reviewing the Angry Gun kit and saying how it doesn't fit and it's not a good purchase, and in some ways very disappointing. I think I don't want to push my limit or push my luck and try to see how long I can use this and see if it will break or not. But for the most part, the parts seem to be interchangeable, actually, and you can use one or the other, and it won't be a big deal at the moment. Kind of a happy coincidence that I found this out. But one thing, though, that I do notice, though, that you might want to consider, though, is if you end up using the kind of the Angry Gun upper receiver, the bolt is a lot heavier and stiffer, maybe because I think they use different parts on it, and so it makes it a lot harder to cycle. And so while you could use duster gas to power your airsoft model here, it's not going to be as gas efficient, and you're not going to be able to run as many rounds before the magazine is dry. So you need to make sure you probably use propane, unfortunately, for this model. Or that's actually a good thing, actually. But anyway, it works pretty well. And one thing I did notice, however, and I've kind of pointed this out before, is that even though the models are very similar, the one thing that I find kind of odd is that they decided to make the forward assist on the Angry Gun kit non-functional. I don't know why they decided to do that. That was just really weird, because if you look on the Tokyo Marui one, you're able to push on that forward assist button, and it actually will push the bolt forward. However, if you were to do that on the Angry Gun, that doesn't do anything. It's just like an empty button there. You can push on it, nothing happens though. And it's I would rather they have kept the original Tokyo Marui part that's actually functional, rather than replace it with another like aluminum, or I can't remember, it was a steel or aluminum piece, but it doesn't do anything. So it's a little bit odd. One thing I will say, that even though these two models are interchangeable, I did notice though that when I tried to, because as soon as I realized that I accidentally assembled these two incorrectly, I had to try to take it apart, and it was actually a real pain. It was really stuck. The two parts were really stuck together. So it took me like about 10 minutes to like kind of wiggle the two halves apart right there. But overall, it was kind of a good discovery, and it shows that while it does fit, be careful, because it could cause further damages further down the road. And of course, there are some color mismatches, so that's something to keep in mind. Although as far as the damages goes, I haven't been able to independently verify that to see if the nozzles are breaking or anything like that, and that's something I probably don't want to find out. If it does happen though, I will keep you all informed, and we'll make another update video on this. But in the meantime, that's it for me today. We'll have some more videos of the review of the Angry Gun model itself in the future. If you have any other questions though, please let me know, and then we'll talk more about it. All right, hopefully you've all found that a little bit fun and helpful kind of a review of this product. I know I'm really excited about this. All right, see you guys.